You ever notice how we wear our struggle like a badge of honour? The late nights, the skipped meals, the endless grind. We say things like, I've been flat out all week. I barely slept, but I got it done. I haven't taken a day off in months. And people applaud that. We don't question it, we celebrate it. Somewhere along the line, we started confusing struggle with success. We made it a prerequisite. As if unless it nearly breaks you, it doesn't count. But here's the truth most people miss. You can be growing without suffering. You can be successful and still be at peace. You can be driven and still be joyful. Yet for so many of us that doesn't feel right. It feels unfamiliar, even wrong. Especially if, like me, you grew up in a culture or household where sacrifice was seen as virtue, where working hard, no, struggling was the only way to earn respect. I've seen this pattern in high achievers, corporate leaders, creatives, entrepreneurs, and even in my coaching clients. They've attached their self-worth to how hard life feels, not how aligned it is, not how meaningful it is, not how energizing it is, just how much pain they can tolerate. And that's the addiction. Not to the outcome, but to the struggle itself. Struggle becomes identity. Because if we stop struggling, who are we? Let me tell you a quick story. One of my clients, a brilliant founder, once told me, if I'm not stressed, I feel guilty, like I'm slacking, like something's wrong. He couldn't enjoy the quiet. The moment things got easy, he'd unconsciously create chaos. More work, a new crisis, another goal. Sound familiar? There's a name for this, struggle bias. Psychologists talk about how we tend to overvalue effort and undervalue ease. But here's the twist. Sometimes ease is a sign you're in alignment, that your systems are working, that your mindset has evolved. Yet we reject it because we've only ever been taught to trust pressure, not peace. As Simone Biles once said when stepping back from Olympic competition, we're human first, we have to protect our minds and our bodies, not just perform. And that's the shift we need. You don't need to earn your rest. You don't need to deserve ease. You don't need to prove your worth by bleeding for your dreams. As a coach, I often ask my clients, what if success could feel lighter? What if you could be ambitious without being burnt out? What if instead of glorifying the grind, you normalized, nourished ambition? The kind that's rooted in clarity, energy and purpose, not fear, not guilt, not performance. It's like what Rubin, the music producer, once said, hard work is not the key to creativity, presence is. Presence. That's what we lose when we are addicted to struggle. We're so busy being busy, we miss the actual life we're building. Look, I'm not saying don't work hard. There will be seasons where the pressure is real, the sacrifice is necessary. But suffering should never be your identity. Pain should never be your metric for progress. You're allowed to build from a place of flow. You're allowed to feel good and still succeed. You're allowed to rest and still matter. And if any of this made you feel uncomfortable, that's where your next breakthrough lies. So take a breath, reclaim your peace, redefine what success feels like for you. Because you don't have to break down to rise up. And if this resonated with you, hit the like button and share it with someone who's been carrying too much for too long. And remember to subscribe. Every week we dive deep into the kind of conversations that help you rewrite your story, reframe your mindset, and reclaim your power. Until next time, I'm Dr. Rakish Rana, the Clear Coach.